Over the past decade or so, USA Hockey has been continuing to slowly and steadily close the gap between the red, white, and blue and Canada from a hockey perspective. This has been evident in all of the young talent that have become superstars in the NHL, in the amount of players taken high in the first round of NHL drafts, and also in the World Juniors tournament, where the United States has taken gold 3 times since 2013. The US has also medaled 7 times in the past 11 years. And last year, during the 2021 World Junior Championship, when the NHL was still on pause and the spotlight solely on the under-20 tournament because of this, the United States put on a show for their country and for the hockey world, and ended up taking home the gold medal in one of the most dominant performances we've seen from a US World Juniors team in a long time. And for my money, this will go down as one of, if not the best ever, Team USA World Juniors roster of all time. Before we go further, make sure to hit like and subscribe to the channel if you're new and want to see more awesome hockey videos like this. Going into last year's tournament, the clear favorite, like most years, was Team Canada. And there was a lot of discussion about the 20 first-round picks on their roster, which ended up being 19 after their team captain and 3rd overall pick in the 2019 draft, Kirby Dach, broke his wrist in the exhibition game. Even still, they had high-caliber prospects all throughout the roster, including 6 top 10 picks. And as good as the Canadian roster looked on paper, the Team USA roster was no slouch itself. The Americans had 9 eventual first-round picks, including some very high-caliber players as well. This Team USA had virtually no weakness in their lineup, with strong center depth, elite playmaking wingers on all 4 lines, a shutdown defense that also featured quite a few puck movers, and a goalie tandem that was pretty dynamite throughout the tournament. The United States had a bit of a hiccup in the opening game of the prelims, losing to Russia 5-3, but after that, went on a 3-game shutout streak where they outscored Austria, the Czech Republic, and Sweden a combined 22-0. They would then go on to take out Slovakia in the quarterfinals by a score of 5-2, have a hard-fought contest against a Finland team that has had the Americans' number many times in recent years, and would then meet up with their arch rivals of the North, Team Canada, in the gold medal game. To that point, Canada had outscored their opponents 33-3 in the preliminary rounds without a loss, and then beat the Czechs 3-0 in the quarters and Russia 5-0 in the semis. And even still, USA superstar Trevor Zegras said this before the game.
Yeah, well, like I said, I honestly don't think they've been tested with a real team yet, and I think we're kind of going on all cylinders right now, and I think we're going to catch it by surprise, and I think we'll go from there.
And then during the game, he absolutely delivered.
And this long shot will hit the side of the net.
USA, of course, ends up winning the game 2-0 and takes home their first gold medal since 2017. This is one of those rosters that I think many people will look at in a few years and marvel at all the skill and talent it had. A couple of these players are already on their way to becoming superstars in the NHL. Like tournament MVP Trevor Zegras, who is now a full-time player in the Anaheim Ducks lineup and is nearly a point-per-game player this year and will likely be a finalist for Rookie of the Year. In addition, you have Cole Caufield, who took the college hockey world by storm last year, winning the Hobey Baker with Wisconsin, and then followed it up with an amazing start to his NHL career with Montreal, helping the Habs get all the way to the Stanley Cup final and contributing 12 points in 20 games. Although he's having a slow start to this season, he is still a future 40-goal scorer in my opinion. You've got goaltender Spencer Knight, who looks like the future number 1 in Florida. He's also had an up-and-down year, but he showed what he can do in the playoffs and regular season last year, and I think he has what it takes. You also had Jake Sanderson and Cam York on defense. Sanderson, who is getting another tournament this year and looks like another elite young D-man, and Cam York, who was the quarterback on the power play for both Michigan and Team USA, and will eventually be a staple on the Philadelphia Flyers back end. You also had Alex Turcotte, Arthur Kaliev, Matt Boldy, and Matty Beniers all rounding out the top 6. All of these guys have legit star potential, and the role players on this team were instrumental as well. The third line of Brett Berard, John Farinacci, and Bobby Brink was huge all tournament long. not only chipping in with secondary scoring, but also killing penalties and showing up late in games when they were needed. I legitimately think this team may go down as the best World Juniors team in U.S. history as we look back. Let me know if you agree down in the comments, and if you don't, let me know which team you think was better.